tonight on Lizard Talks.
Brisket Flats. Bolt the Wizard. And Glenn the Giraffe.
And now here's your host of Lizard Talks, Gilbert the Gecko!
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Lizard Talks. I'm your host, Gilbert the Gecko, and tonight, that's right, I know it's smelling good to everybody. We have on Brisket Flats. And he just makes the best gosh darn brisket you've ever had on a smoking barbecue. Brisket Flats. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you make such good barbecue?
Oh, sure, of course, Gilbert. You know, we're going back and we're making all the brisket back there. You know, we're just smoking on up in out the pit. So it's just good eating. That's what I'm saying too, Gilbert. You know, it's just good eating.
I heard that's how you make it, brisket. But why don't you tell us just a little bit about your secret ingredients and how you kind of got started making all this beautiful, delicious barbecue.
Oh, that's a secret of my brisket, and that's why they call me Brisket Flats. But, you know, we take a nice brisket, we cut it up, and then all we do is throw it in the fire. And that's just good eating. We put some secret spices on it. We can't really tell you all about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow! That's so much deliciousness in one sitting. How do you even begin to formulate such a beautiful, delicious rub?
Oh, it takes.
Wow!
It takes a lot of practice there.
Brisket Flats. I think that everybody should come and visit your Brisket Flats restaurant. What's it called again?
It's called Brisket Flat Brisket House.
That's a great name.
House.
So everybody should go down and visit Brisket Flats, even if you have to wait a little while. The food is definitely worth it. I had some the other day. He brought it to the studio, and it was so tender. Everybody, I must say,
thank you, Gilbert.
Probably the best barbecue I've ever had.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Gilbert.
Izzy. Sorry, Ketchup Hat Carl.
Sorry, guys.
I don't think you made any barbecue, but anyway, Brisket Flats. Can you tell us a little bit about your secret ingredient, or is that just too secret?
Well, I'll give you one little hint there, Gilbert. We put a lot of paprika in there. It gives a nice, good flavor, nice, good.
I get it. I get it now. I'm just trying to push that secret ingredient out of there so I can make it myself. But it would never be as good as yours, Brisket Flats. How long have you been making briskets?
I've been making briskets out about 2 years old, and we're making it down out the pit in the house of Mom and Daddy.
Wow.
You know, that's what we're making.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's such a long time. You must have perfected it over all that time, Brisket.
Well, I wasn't that good to start, but now I sure am good.
You know what that sound is, ladies and gentlemen? We have a caller.
Ring-a-ding-ding caller.
There's one. Hello, caller. You're on Lizard Talks.
Lizard Talks.
Sure, he's right here. Brisket. I'm going to just put the phone right there for you. I guess it's a customer. That's great.
Yeah, it is Brisket Flat Brisket House. I can help you. Oh, we got lots of brisket. Just come on down. We have customers sleeping over all the time. You can just come on over and have the brisket. Oh, sure. We take orders over there and on the phone
Brisket
all the
Flats,
time.
everybody. Wow.
Thank you, caller.
Brisket Flats. You better get right on that order. And and make it so delicious like you made my Brisket Flats.
I got 42 briskets on the fire right now. They're all
right,
cooking away.
And now we have we're going to go to a quick commercial break, which I guess we're going to air your commercial, Brisket Flats. And then we're going to come back and speak to Bolt the Lizard, which I guess you guys are kind of working together, and you guys are sort of business partners.
Oh, yeah, Bolt's a good friend of mine. He's helping me out all
So interesting. All right, so we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lizard Talks. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
That's the Brisket.
Hey, that's what I said. Welcome to Brisket Flat Brisket House. I'm Brisket Flats, and this is where we're cooking up all the meat for y'all to eat. That rhymed. So you can see we're cooking over a live fire pit. This is where we cook all the briskets. They come out smoking good. Also behind me is this drum where we cook up other meats like ribs and chicken and things like that. It comes out good too. So sometimes the brisket takes a long time to cook. So we often have these damn there couches so for us to sleep on. And we have this couch over here too. This is where I sleep when I'm cooking the meat. That rhyme too. Sometimes when I'm cooking all this meat, can't do it all by myself. That's why I have some help. Brisket, where are you, Brisket? Oh, there you is. Brisket's my dog. He's watching over all the meat so nobody don't steal it. And I have another helper, Hank. He's the one who always taking on the meat. How's it going over there, Hank? So come and take a detour down to Brisket Flat Brisket House for the best brisket in all lizardville, located right underneath Route 43. We're underneath this bridge. It's gonna be good. Come on, Brisket. Let's get the fish kicking on this brisket. See you soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Lizard Talks. I'm your host, Gilbert the Gecko, and we were just sitting down with Brisket Flats. And now we're here with Bolt the Lizard, who I have this nicely framed photo of because he's my best friend in all the world.
You're my best friend too.
Oh, no problem, Bolt. You know that you're always welcome on this show.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, Bolt, why don't you tell us about how you and I guess here in my notes it says that you and Brisket Flats are partners. You're doing so much, Bolt. How do you fit all this into your schedule, first off? And then second off, how did this become? How did it happen?
Well, I've been fitting a lot of stuff in my schedule, Gilbert, because I've had a lot of free time on my hands recently. And one day I was just taking a stroll down Highway 43. And then I just jumped off the bridge to see what that beautiful smell in the air was. And I came across Brisket Flats here. Good old Brisket.
Well, that is a great story, huh, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Bolt, why don't you tell us a little bit about the taste of the barbecue? I know that you've done some hot sauces and different things like that. And even your own sandwiches and whatnot. But tell me how this barbecue
burgers
just blows it all out of the water. Tell me about how this barbecue is just so much better than everything else that you've ever done before.
Well, I'll tell you, this barbecue, you have to go see Mr. Brisket Flats. He has the gosh darn best barbecue. It tastes just like it would fall off the bone, even though briskets don't have bones.
But that's such a great, you have such enthusiasm. Oh boy, Brisket Flats. We took a poll from our audience before, and I have a few questions here lined up. The first one is, are you gonna end up getting a new restaurant anytime soon? Because a lot of people feel unsafe going underneath a bridge under an overpass. So I know you make a lot of money with your briskets. So are you gonna buy a new location?
Well, you see there, Gilbert, that's why we brought on Bo the Lizard. Bo the Lizard got all this recognition and all this stuff, so we're just going to build a new restaurant.
Wow.
We're thinking
That
about
sounds
getting
amazing.
off under the bridge.
I wish you all the best of luck with
property.
finding that location.
Oh, thank you.
It sure sounds beautiful.
Well,
And
twice
then
as many
the last
briskets.
question I have here is actually from our next guest, who's Glenn the Giraffe. But he actually wrote in on a question and asked if he could review some of your barbecue. He wants to know if he can review some of your barbecue because apparently Glenn has a new endeavor that he does, which is confused reviews.
Oh, I've seen
which
that.
we'll talk about in a little bit when we have him on next. But would you mind sending him some barbecue?
Oh, of course not. I'll see his videos and I think they're great. I just want to see if he likes my barbecue. So we'll send him some brisket and see what he thinks.
That sounds amazing. I hope that everything that you guys do works out. And Bolt, you're such an entrepreneur. I think that you and Brisket Flats are probably one of the two greatest barbecuers all around the entire of Lizardville.
Oh, shit.
I guess do we have anything sampled?
Yeah, you're going to have to come down under the bridge to get some samples.
I guess not, huh?
No,
okay.
no,
well, anyway,
no.
let's
Sorry.
go to another commercial break, which is, I guess, Glenn's confused reviews. I think that's what we're going to be playing now.
I'm confused.
Is that right? I think so. Anyway, thank you both for coming on Lizard Talks and having a chat with
Gilbert.
little old me, Gilbert. And we'll see you guys soon because we usually have you guys on, or at least Paul, you're on sometimes.
I'm here
Anyway,
a lot.
we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with Lizard Talks.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Get that brisket. Right? Say it. Say brisket. Welcome, everybody, to Confused Reviews. I'm your host, Glenn, your friend till the end of this video. And in this video, we'll be reviewing Brisket Flats, Brisket House, famous brisket sandwich. And this looks really good right off the bat. I mean, you could see the brisket in the sandwich. It's piled high with brisket. And it just looks really, really yummy. So if you haven't heard of Brisket Flats, Brisket House, it's the newest barbecue place in Lizardville, and it's got some pretty good reviews. But I wanted to do my own review to make sure that it's everything that these reviews are saying. It's located under Route 43, underneath the bridge. If you haven't seen that or met Brisket Flats, he's a very, very, very nice guy, and he really hooked me up with this brisket sandwich. So this one's for you, Brisket Flats. Let's see how you did here. So we got a classic brisket sandwich here with some French fries. Oops. Scoot that back there. And we got some of his famous house-made hot barbecue sauce. And we'll try this after we try the brisket. So, without further to-do, let's dive into this brisket sandwich, shall we? So, you can see here, you got the brisket between the buns. You got a little onion on there. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to me. So let's take a bite. Here we go. We're gonna take a couple more bites here. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna take one more bite here. Oh, I meant to put some barbecue sauce on it, but we could try the barbecue sauce separately. my review channel is it's a pretty new channel. So if you're new, just make sure you keep following me for these confused reviews. I'll review all sorts of things like different kinds of sandwiches or different donuts and things like that. So make sure you keep on watching me for that. But let's get into how this brisket tastes. That brisket was the most tender brisket I've ever tasted in my giraffe life. I'm just telling you right off the bat. It was pretty good. The sandwich was pretty good. The brisket, I can see why they call him Brisket Flats. I could just see it. I could just see it right now. It's a tender brisket. Just such a tender brisket. It's got some nice spice in there. It's falls apart in your big giraffe mouth like it's nobody's business. So I highly recommend it. I'm going to give it 2 stars out of 2 stars. My rating system only goes from 0 to 2 stars. I know many people go to 5 stars or 10 stars or whatever the case is. But here on Confused Reviews, we only do 2 stars. Let's review this hot barbecue sauce now. You can see the hot barbecue sauce here. Looks pretty spicy, pretty fiery, pretty red. Looks pretty good. Let's put a little dabbly do right on the hooves there. And let's give it a little taste. Whoa. Woo! That's pretty good. That's got a pretty good kick to it. I say that, Brisket Flats. Who needs these knives and forks? Get these out of here. That's a pretty good barbecue sauce. Pretty zingy, zangy, spicy on the tongue. It's just pretty good all over. I think he makes this in big batches, and then bottles them like this. That's got some good flavor. That's got some good zip, good spice to it. But yeah, I'd say overall the experience from Brisket Flats Brisket House is pretty good. Again, we're giving it 2 stars. That's a pretty high rating there, Brisket Flats. Brisket Flats. The Brisket Flats, I heard he wants his brisket back, but I'm giving him back 2 stars. Give him 2 stars for that brisket. So thanks for joining me here on Confused Reviews. Are you confused yet? Me too. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later, folks. Pretty good. Pretty good review. Pretty good review, I do say so myself.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Lizard Talks. I'm your host, Gilbert the Gecko, as always and forever. And we're here with Glenn the Giraffe. Hi, Glenn. How have you been? How's the car business going?
Hey there, Gilbert. The car business is very good. We got our 2 locations set up. We're actually trying to work on a 3rd location.
That's great.
Yeah, very good.
I heard from this little dinosaur here. He told me. He said, "Yep." So he told me that you have a new channel called Confused Reviews.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. How'd you do it?
Well, that little dinosaur is totally right there, Gilbert. I do have a new channel called Confused Reviews. It all started one day at the car business, and I was just, eating some food there, and just thought to myself,
that sounds
review of this.
Pretty interesting, Glenn.
Oh yeah.
What gave you the idea to review food?
So I was at the car business, just sitting at my desk, and I was eating a sandwich of some sort, and I was just like, I really enjoyed this sandwich and wanted other people to know, and just wanted to really put it out there.
That sounds very good. I don't know if I could eat all that food, Glenn.
Oh, I do.
But you have such a giraffe-sized physique that I guess you need that many calories in a day, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm eating food all the time, Gilbert, and reviewing it all the time. Well, so it's just a new hobby.
In my notes here, Glenn, let me just take my pen here and just. Oh, jeez. So I have in here where it says that you reviewed Brisket Flats' brisket, his famous brisket sandwich brisket.
Oh, that's
sandwich.
right, Gilbert. That's right, Gilbert.
How was that? And I guess don't give away all the details, Glenn, because then we would have no reason to go see your Confused Review, which everybody should go check out, by the way, confusedreviews.com.
Confusedreviews.com.
But Glenn, why don't you give us a little bit of an insight on how confused you were?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure you guys saw my review. Hopefully you guys played it here on the talks. But I was so confused by how good it tastes. it was so delicious that I couldn't believe it. So I wanted to believe it wasn't delicious, and I just couldn't. I couldn't make up my mind whether it was really good or too good or not good enough. I was all
Wow.
sorts of confused
Glenn,
afterwards. So
You
I hope
you
everyone
have
else was
such a
confused
knack
too.
for a patty whack. You know what I'm saying?
I do
Give
know what
Glenn a
you're saying,
bone,
Gilbert.
everybody. Why don't
Thank you, guys.
why don't
Thank you.
everybody go to confusereviews.com and give me that. Oh well, I guess that's gone.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thanks
give
so much.
Glenn some love. Glenn,
Confusereviews.com.
I'm sure
guys.
it was just as good as you had described. And I think we have one more question from a poll from our
Sure.
audience that
Sure,
says,
sure.
would you recommend it to a friend? And if so, how highly of a recommendation would you give them? And are you excited to see their new location? And what would you try next if you were there? I guess that's 3 questions, Glenn. I can't count.
Oh, I would totally recommend it to a friend. You know, in my review, I don't want to give too much away, but I give a certain amount of stars, and it was a good star rating. And you know, I'm really looking forward to the second location. The bridge is I don't really fit under the bridge too well, so I'm looking forward to being at their new location to really review the brisket there, see if it's the same quality brisket, you know. So I'm looking forward to that as well, and you know, I'm really excited about doing future
Glenn,
reviews and eating more brisket there.
I think you have a very good talent, a lot of talent to do this.
I'm just eating food, Gilbert. Just eating food.
I guess you know we should all go follow you on your social medias.
Oh,
and,
please.
Look forward to your next review.
Oh yeah, keep looking out on.
Do you want to say anything to the
confusereviews.com.
studio audience before we sign off for the night?
Oh, absolutely. So I just really appreciate being here on Gilbert and Lizard Talk, and I just wish you guys would just tune into confusereviews.com.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching Lizard Talks.
Lizard
We'll
Talks.
see you in the next one.
Don't forget
Good night.
about Glenn's used Supercar Outlet. See you later now.